Today's topic of discussion is rules before relationship. So this is going to be a really important video for guys who are looking to have a long-term relationship. So guys who are prioritizing marriage and they are actively filtering women. This video here isn't going to be for guys who are trying to fornicate with women and sleep around and do all types of degenerate behavior. So if you're them type of guys, exit out of this video. But for the guys who are looking to have long-term relationships and they are prioritizing marriage, then this video is for you. So first point is roles. So anytime you're speaking to a girl for marriage purposes, you need to state what your roles are. So if you're a man of value, you're somebody who's trying to be the best possible version of himself and he's actively trying to be the most masculine man, he's going to be somebody who's a provider and a protector. So your role, right, as a man is going to be providing and protecting. So as a man who's got traditional values and traditional ethics, you're going to be prioritizing, taking care of the finances and taking care of the family. So trying to pay for your bills, your partner's bills, and then the children. So unfortunately, in today's society, here in like the UK, right, you've got many couples that are experiencing difficulties because the economic situation is too expensive. Things have become far too expensive now, so a lot of couples are having to work, both men and women. So you as a man, right, guys who are actively striving towards becoming the best version of themselves, you're going to need to state what your role is, and then the woman needs to be complying with that. So let's say you as a man, right, you're a traditional man, you're somebody who's able to take care of your own bills, right? You need to let her know that, okay, I'm happy to take care of the bills and I'm happy to take care of the household finances. But what I'm looking for in complementary to that, so a woman to complement your life, is a woman who's going to be taking care of the children and supporting the husband, and taking care of the household. So that's what you're looking for to complement your life. If a woman doesn't want to do that, she's not complying with that and she's not being cooperating with that, then guess what? You move on to another woman. Because that's how life works. Life is all about a value exchange. So with relationships, it's a value exchange. If you're providing all this value to the woman and then the woman is providing little to no value, or she doesn't agree with, what you're saying, then you're not going to be compatible and you're not going to be able to get on with that. Let's say you're somebody who isn't at that situation where you're not able to take care of the household finances and you're looking for a woman to be contributing towards the household finances. It's really important that you state that to the woman and you let her know that, okay, look, I'm looking for a woman here to be contributing towards the household as well. So you make it clear to her as well, and you give specific examples. Do you understand? So let's say, for example, you tell her, look, if I'm bringing home, let's say 1K a week as an example, and then you're paying 70% of the bills, you need to let her know, okay, if you're paying 70%, she's going to need to pay the 30% then. Do you understand? So if you're not stating these percentages and you're not stating these terms and telling her, okay, look, this is what I'm expecting from the finances side of it, but then let's say household duties, you're happy to do it, let's say 5 days out of the week or 6 days out of the week, that you're happy to do it, and then she does it once out of the week. But a lot of times, obviously, if you're a man at home, that's if you're stay at home dad, so then you're going to be at home for 5-6 days of the week, so you're going to be taking care of the household. But if it's the other way, where the woman is at home and she's a full-time mum, then she's going to be taking care of the household for 5-6 days out of the week, and then you're happy to do the household chores for one of the days. Does that make sense? So obviously we've got different couples now, so for different preferences. Everyone's got their own preferences. Some guys, they may prefer to stay at home and then they're happy for their woman to be going out and paying for the finances. So those kind of relationships, those are modern day relationships. But whichever way you're seeing your situation and whatever viewpoint it is towards it, like myself, I believe in traditional gender roles. Do you understand? Some of you guys watching this video, you might not agree with that and you prefer to do a modern day type relationship, and you're somebody who wants the woman to be paying towards the finances. Fine, no problem. Do you understand? Everyone's got their own individual life, but you need to state what you're comfortable with and what your preference is. So what your preference is towards that, state that, and don't shy away from that. Do not try and get scared, do not get swayed by, trying to tell the woman that, look, I'm looking for this, because the woman will respect you for that. And that's what it is. Throughout all time periods, any interactions you guys are having with women, to get women to fall in love with you and get women to have a high amount of attraction for you, a woman needs to have a high amount of respect for you. Yeah. So love equals respect. Yeah. So the more respect that you have, for yourself, and the more value that you have for bringing to the table. So the more value you're bringing to the table, the more love she's going to have for you. Does that make sense, guys? So it's really important. State what your roles are, and then state to the woman as well, this is what I'm looking for. So that leads us to the next point when it comes to compatible, right? So let's say you're a man, right, who believes in traditional gender roles. You're somebody who wants to take care of the finances. Yeah? You as a man, right, you're compatible with a woman who wants to be, let's say, a stay-at-home mom, a housewife. Yeah? This is what it is. A lot of the guys, right, people don't seem to understand this. Guys of value, right, men of value, majority of them, pretty much 90% of them, they would rather have a woman to just be a stay-at-home mom. Yeah? I'm not saying to lock up a woman in a cupboard and all this BS that you're seeing from the media. They're twisting things as usual. Yeah? Because for thousands of years, men would be the sole providers, and then the woman would be the caregivers and the nurturers. Yeah? But obviously, we've got society just messed up everything, flipped it the other way around now. So the man, right, he's taking care of his duties, the woman's taking care of her duties, and then you both have that communication there. So that's why it's really important. Communication is so important before getting into a relationship. Yeah? So you guys here need to communicate that to the woman and let her know, okay, this is what I'm looking for. Yeah? And then this is what I see myself in terms of having this type of household. So if you're somebody who's working, like, let's say 60 hours plus in a week, you're working day in, day out, you're working on your purpose, you've got other side hustles or whatever the case is, that you're working on, and then you're looking for a woman who is taking care of the household chores, she's taking care of the children, she's supporting you in your purpose. Yeah. So if you've got, let's say, whatever it is, like an online business, or if you've got some sort of other side job, or you've got a clothing brand, or whatever it is, yeah, she's actively assisting you on your purpose. That's what it is. So you guys here need to mention that and make it clear to the woman. The woman's going to respect you for that, and she's gonna see that this guy here is taking things seriously. Yeah, he's somebody who isn't. Don't be that type of guy to be pushing the woman to say, oh yeah, I need you to do this, or you need to be doing this and stuff like that. But you need to let her know, this is what I'm looking for in a woman. Yeah, this is what I see myself being compatible with. So if a woman's compatible with you, you can research as well. Studies have shown this. Compatibility is one of the most important things in a relationship. Yeah, when you both are compatible, right? Like 70%, 80% of a lot of other areas of life here, that right there will give you a long-term relationship. Yeah, because you guys are going to go through literally the highs and the lows, right? And you guys are going to stay solid in that. You understand? So it's really important. So make sure you guys prioritize that, and then obviously you're letting a woman know that, okay, this is what it is, and then you're going to have a high amount of compatibility for that person, with that person. So next point is teamwork. Yeah. Pardon, yeah. So a lot of guys, right, they are against women now, and then women are against men. This is what the problem is. This is what it is. This is what's happening in households. Households now have no unity. Yeah. So a relationship in and of itself is supposed to be teamwork. So whatever you're working on as a man, right, a woman needs to be complementing your life. Yeah. So this is what it is. You're leading that relationship. So you're telling the woman, this is what I'm expecting. And then the woman knows that, okay, this is what her role is. You understand? You both are working as a team together. Yeah? Because let's say certain times, right, you're a man, right, who's paying all the bills, you're doing all your duties, and then you come home, right, and then obviously your wife, you know, she's tired, obviously she might be pregnant or something like that, and then she feels, you know, like she lacks energy. Then you as a man, right, you can assist her in the household chores. Do you understand? Certain times you can help her with that. You know, you can't just be ruthless and just be like, oh yeah, you know what, let me just disregard her. Because women have emotional needs as well. Do you understand? It can get really draining for a woman to be taking care of the household chores by herself. You know? So this is what it is. So, but that's where the whole teamwork comes in. And then vice versa. Let's say the man, right, he comes home, yeah, you know, he's drained, he's knackered, and then the woman's got, you know, energy. She can come sit next to him and just reassure him and be like to him, you know what, you know, you've done a great day's work, you've been working on your purpose, you know, let's spend some quality time together. And then, you know, she's bringing positive energy to him. She's not like nagging him and giving him a lecture or giving him a headache and saying 100 different things that are going on. You know, a guy doesn't want that. He literally just wants to come home and then just like rest. Yeah, this is what it is. A lot of guys, they don't ask for much. Just like some food on the table and a bit of peace of mind. Yeah, so that's what it is. So you guys here work as a team then. So when you're both in, you know, you're both working as a team couple, and then you're telling her, this is what I'm expecting and this is what I see us doing, then the woman can have that same type of vision there as well. So final point is family. Yeah, so stay in what you're looking for a family in the long term. So let's say you want kids, right? How many kids do you want? You know, you should let a woman know that, okay, I'm looking to have like 3, 4 kids, 5 kids. You know, don't be shy and quiet about that stuff. You know, just be open with it. Just say, oh yeah, I prefer to have more kids. Or if you're reserved with it and you're saying, oh yeah, I only want to have, let's say, 1 or 2 kids, then let a woman know that. Do you understand? Because a woman, she might want to have more kids, but you guys here haven't said that to her. This is what it is, you know. So just state your preferences. Do not try and be shy and away from it. Do not be scared to state your preferences, guys. This is what's happening in a lot of guys nowadays. A lot of guys are so hesitant whenever they're speaking to a woman for long-term marriage, you know, inquiries, right? You're speaking to her for marriage purposes. You're having these meetings with her. You're stating what your preference is for family. Do you understand? And then there needs to be that sense of compatibility from both sides' families as well. Yeah, because you're not just marrying into that girl's household. You're marrying into her family's household as well. Do you understand? Because you're going to need to get on with her family members as well. So her mum and dad, her siblings. Yeah, so it's really important to establish that relationship with them as well, and to put your best foot forward, because that's a long-term relationship. That's family, that's her family. So she can't just cut ties with them and be like, okay, I'm just going to be with you now. Yeah, so this is what it is. And it's vice versa from the girl when she's marrying you and then she's going to your household, and then she needs to be able to connect with your family members. Yeah, so it's really important to have that relationship there set up. And then like myself, my preference is I need a woman to be able to get on with my mum, for example. Yeah, because a lot of families, right, the daughter-in-law, they don't really get on with the mother-in-law. Yeah, because a lot of the time the guy, right, the beta male, he's not strong in who he is as a person, and he hasn't set the dynamics correctly there. Yeah, so he needs to lead both the wife and then his mum in the interactions, and he shouldn't be trying to actively take sides. He should be looking for the truth. So whatever the truth is, he's going with that. So if a girl is not really good at cooking, and then the mum is saying, oh yeah, you don't really cook for my son, you're not really able to do this and that, you know, he needs to let his mum know that, look, she's new to cooking, she's young, she hasn't really got much experience, like give her a break. Don't be going crazy at her. Or if the girl is having a go at your mum, for example, you need to tell her straight, look, that's your mom. Yeah, so the mom is always going to be taking priority there when it comes to that. But at the same time, you need to be treating everyone with correct justice. Does that make sense? So the mom can't be intervening in that sense there. So you guys need to have your own personal life. So that's why I'd recommend to have your own separate accommodation. So myself, I've got my own separate accommodation for that. So then that way they're not constantly on each other. You understand? I can have my wife in the separate accommodation. So just me and her only. Does that make sense, guys? So just to wrap up, roles. State what your roles are before getting into a relationship. Yeah? So whatever side of the finances you want to cover, whether you're a modern type relationship or whether you're a traditional type relationship, whichever one you see yourself as I said, that's up to you guys, whatever your preference is. You know, there are advantages and disadvantages from both sides, whichever it is. But myself, I'm more traditional. I prefer traditional gender roles. Yeah? So stay in what your gender roles are, stay in what you're looking for and what you're bringing to the table. That way there, it doesn't create any confusion in the long term. Because a lot of guys are not stating this. A lot of guys are too hesitant to mention these things here. They don't want to offend a woman. Yeah? But later on down the line, when they get into a relationship with that woman, the woman starts to have arguments with him. Starts going back and forth with him. And then he starts to say, this and that, X, Y, Z. These guys here, right, certain times they get into a marriage with a woman, right, who doesn't wear hijab, for example. And then when he gets into the relationship with her, he's like, put on the hijab, like, wear it. Like, I want my wife to be wearing it. And she's saying, no, I don't want to wear it. I'll wear it in my own time. Yeah? You as a man, you married her like that. So don't get offended and don't get upset when she's not respecting you and not complying with you. Yeah, so that's why it's really important. Have that set standard there from the get-go. So then the woman knows, okay, this is what it is. This is what I'm expecting. So if the woman doesn't fulfill those duties later on, guess what? You as a man, you told her, look, this is what I was looking for from the beginning. I told you this. I made this clear to you. And then you was agreeing with that and you accepted that. And then later on she doesn't want to agree with it, then that's it. But you said it yourself. You as a man, right, you led that interaction from the get-go. Yeah, a lot of guys are not leading women and they start blaming women. So this is what the problem is. And the next point after that was compatible. So you guys here, right, if you're compatible across several areas of life, when it comes to, let's say, your deen, you're really compatible. You got a similar level, deen level there. You know, you got a similar level of family interests, family values. You both value, let's say, children. You want to have lots of kids together. You know, you're somebody who has these different goals and objectives and she wants to support you in that and she's happy to be a submissive wife and to be a secretary. All these different things. Yeah, it just shows really high compatibility. That right there, yeah, you're going to both be able to get on with each other. But a lot of guys, right, are not stating this and they're not comfortable telling a woman for what it is. And the next point after that was teamwork. You guys, they need to be working as a team together, supporting each other through the highs and through the lows, through the hardships, especially the hardships, the moments which are low in life. Yeah, because those moments there, that's when you're going to need your teammate to be most supportive for both sides. So when you're going through hardships or when she's going through hardships, you're both there, you know, supporting one another. And that creates that solid bond between you two. And then the final point was family. Yeah, so you're not just marrying her, the girl, you're marrying into her family. So you need to have that relationship there with the dad and then the mum. Yeah, and be able to have that respectful relationship with them. Because a lot of guys, right, as soon as they get in with a girl, right, certain times the girl's family don't like the guy or don't support the guy. Certain times it's his fault as well. He's given a wrong image of himself, a bad image of himself, and he's not being respectful towards them. Yeah? So certain times you got to state what your boundaries are and don't be a pushover either. But at the same time as well, you got to be respectful of her parents, you know, wants and needs and stuff like that as well. And then vice versa as well. From the girl's side, when she's coming into your household, she needs to be able to respect your mum and dad. Yeah? So it's really important, guys. State your rules before marriage. That's what this title of this video is, you know, rules before, you know, a relationship. Yeah, so relationship, marriage, whatever relationship it is. State your rules before it. So I hope that makes sense, guys. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video.